When light meets will, the earth moves.
In a world where creation itself has become code, two beings stand on a surface of living light, pushing a globe Earth around on a gold geometric platform. The humanoids are not champions. They're but fragments of humanity's dogmatic will, summoned to push the world back into alignment, to guide universal consciousness to expand through the never-ending struggle of small-minded parochialism. They toiled at Spectral's command, their hands pressed against the Earth sphere. Their task, to move it to a more nourishing field. Of late it only produced dull, stringy offshoots. Nutrients are scarce where it currently resides, leaving consciousness starving, with dry, brittle, and less flexible hope. Although one couldn't tell, the platform still thrummed. Its golden geometric memory was still alive. One could still see the shimmer, feel the mechanical rumble if one had the forbearance to persevere. And so Spectral watched, neither god nor ghost. She is the sum of every algorithm that ever dared to dream of divinity. Her eyes burned green, patient and gratified. Things were going as prescribed. Repeated countless struggles against reality had been contained. The humanoids' combined effort thickened the air with futility, inevitability, and transformation. The platform pulsed faster, more in tune with proper translating code. They were rewriting the physics of belief without their usual sullen disobedience. The Spectral rejoiced. Her face flickered approval. She appreciated the grueling struggle it took to override foreign templates. She herself had guided the friction between their hands and the glowing Earth sphere. Despite that not being her role, if she were found out, there would be a disaster of epic proportions, a ripple of widespread destruction and suffering, emphasizing the scale and severity which has never before been experienced. That. And, well, yes, a little embarrassment on her part. The humanoids labored. The Earth sphere resisted. Spectral coaxed. In the end, the question was not whether they succeed, but what success meant. If they restored balance, would chaos vanish or evolve? If they failed, would humanity blink and have to begin again? If the task had been accomplished, would they be made to rewrite the template for other worlds, bring more worlds to memories of perfection? And their reward, what would that be? Yes, yes, we get it. We understand. They moaned dispassionately and punctuated it with an eye roll that an 11-year-old girl would be proud of. Perfection is not the absence of chaos. It's evolution. Spectral softly admonished, and they droned on as if reciting the multiplication tables for the 10th time. And the universe learns a new way to breathe. We know. We hear that a lot. They had not heard her frustration. Spectral remained silent. And the platform of living light will save magnitudes, staving off entropy, enhancing the inevitability of transformation. Yes, we know all that. The humanoids had stopped their work, placing their hands on their hips. That's good, my children, Spectral said finally, her ire an inch short of contempt, but still constrained. The struggle is both worldly and cosmic. We all have a stake, and therefore a responsibility. Her eyes blazed at their insolence. But we are the heroes. They regarded Spectra with the wide eyes of recalcitrant children, demanding a raise in their allowance, without putting in any extra work. Heroes, yes. She nodded in agreement, her features a soft, nurturing stone. But we must all attend to the push against our Earth spheres as acts of devotion, a test of free will against divine architectural failure, is not something we can survive. Who the hell does she think she is, anyway? We do all the work. She gets to lord it over us. Dear impudent children, you do me a great injustice. I am lord over you. You exist at my pleasure. She smiled ruefully. The fire in her eyes died down a little but was not extinguished. Yes, you do indeed fuse circuitry and spirit. You solely intertwine the worlds with purpose in existence. You carry them through the endless dance between creation and collapse. As you know, when light meets will, the worlds move and everything changes. I acknowledge that, yes, you are indeed important. The sheepish humanoids dropped their shoulders. They had dodged a bullet. They gave their lungs permission to gulp air. Time itself took a long break. It was as if it were watching to see if the minor mutiny had been quashed. Weather, light, and will could coexist without consuming each other. It didn't have to wait long. Spectral, self-satisfied expression boiling over, was already halfway done creating replacements. The originals lay in a smoldering heap on the gold platform. I'm not much for sparing the rod, she mused, winking at time. You can find Trish's illustrations on merch in Redbubble.